y'all, it's Betsy, and today we're going to be doing another palette ranking video, and today we're going to be ranking all of my Huda Beauty palettes. Now I have 7 of them, and there are some that I don't have. Like I don't have the new mini nudes. I don't have, I think 5 of the jeweled collection, and I think she's got 4 other mini palettes that I don't have. But I have all of the big ones and 4 small ones. So I figured we would start there. Now the first one I'm going to start off with is my least favorite, which is from the Neons, which is the neon green. The outside packaging is absolutely amazing. What kind of upsets me about it is the inner portion is that for a neon green palette, there is really only one neon green shade, which is this one up here on the top. And it's pretty, it's bright, but I cannot apply this to my eyes without using a white base. And then the other kind of limey green shade, which looks like this, just kind of works away to nothing. And then as you can see on camera, they almost look identical. The shimmers are pretty, but there's nothing really neon green about it. So that is why that is my least favorite. My second least favorite is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Palette Remastered. Now, it has a beautiful warm tone color story, but the problem with this one isn't that it's not bad. It works beautifully. All the colors in here are stunning. It's just the problem with it is it's very, very close to like the modern Renaissance palette. And I can dupe this palette out with a lot of other ones. There's nothing super unique about this, so I don't reach for it a whole lot. But I do love her shimmer formula, like this shade, the shade Rose Gold. Look at that. It has like this beautiful shift. So if you look, it looks pink and then it has an orange shift to it. But her shimmers perform beautifully. I love her shimmer formula. So next up is the Huda Beauty's the Emerald Obsessions. Now there's Sapphire, Amethyst, Ruby, Topaz. So I think there's 4 others in this section. I think there's 5 altogether. And she looks about like this. And she's gorgeous and works great. But if you have I would choose, especially if you don't wear colorful eyeshadow all the time, I would definitely choose the ColourPop Just My Luck. But that color right there, that shimmery pale green, is stunning. But I would choose the ColourPop Just My Luck. Not because this is bad, but whenever you can spend $29, or this was $27 versus $12, you get almost the exact same color story and you really can't tell a whole lot of difference in it. Now my next one is and I'm ranking these from least favorite to most favorite, is the Huda Beauty the Neon Orange palette, which looks like this. She's so pretty. I love the neon pink shades in here. They perform, look at those. That is that shade right there and that shade. Those mattes are just stunning. It's just neon eyeshadows I pretty much only wear during the summer, so I don't get as much use out of it as I possibly could. That's the reason why it's not higher up on the list. Next is the new nudes. Now that's part of the reason why I didn't buy the mini nudes, because I have the full nude palette. Now this is one of my favorite neutral palettes because this leans more pink. It is kind of like the Urban Decay Naked 3, but just a better color story. There's a lot more depth to it. Now I never use this concealer shade. It's got hair stuck in it, like brush hair, because I never use it. But these shimmers in here, like Crave, that mixed shimmer in here, look at that. I was barely dipping in and look at that shine. You can't get any better than that. But that's next on the list. But that one I actually use quite a bit. That is probably one of my favorite neutral palettes. One that I go for all the time. Next up is the Huda Beauty the Neon Pink palette. And I like this one the most because if you look, that The pink shades in here are very similar to the ones in the coral palette, but I love the neon purples that are in here. And this shade in the center, this shimmering purple shade, look at that. Just absolutely stunning. I mean, and it doesn't take much, and look, I love that shift to it. It's just such a unique shade to my collection. Next up, my second favorite is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk. Now, it has some of the same kind of shades in it that the Rose Gold Remastered does as far as the warm tones, but I love the mixture of purples in here. And the Cosmos glitter looks like this. And it is such a unique pressed glitter to my collection. It has like a lot of orange and pink and gold, and just the reflect on it is so stunning. I love, love, love that color. And this is just a good all-around palette, especially if you don't play with color too much. Purples and pinks are very forgiving as far as eye looks go, that don't look super crazy, but you can play with color. So I love this palette. But again, it's not, and honestly, I use the new nudes more than I do that one. Actually, out of all these, the new nudes I use the most. It's just trying to choose my favorite based on like color story and things like that. And right now, my favorite Huda Beauty palette is the Mercury in Retrograde. The packaging, look at that, is so stunning. Gotta do the Huda eyes. Is so beautiful. I love the plastic packaging. Now I know that it is not as eco-friendly as the cardboard packaging, but this color story is gorgeous. The shade Supermoon right here, which is that white shimmer, look at that. Just, I mean, and this is what I'm wearing on my eyes, and I actually have the Supermoon shade as my inner corner. I have the shade Gold Glitch, which is this gold all over the lid. I mean, the shimmers just are magical. And then the shade Mercury, this teal glitter, like metallic shade. Now, if you look at it in the pan, it definitely looks teal. But when you have it on your finger and then on your eye and on your skin as well, it has this beautiful blue, purple, teal shift. It is almost like a trichrome, which is so difficult to find in mainstream palettes. Well, I mean, Huda Beauty is, even though she's sold in Sephora, is still considered an indie brand. She just is a bigger indie brand, I guess is the best way to say it, or maybe an influencer-owned brand. But all of the shades in here, to me, are very usable, very wearable. I mean, even for the average person, I think the only color that might be difficult to pull off if you don't like color is the shade Haze, which is this beautiful teal matte, which I think is a fun color to have, and everything else is kind of neutral. But you can do this and have more of a nude look, kind of what I have, a nudie pink look, which I have on my eyes. You can make it pull warm tone, like if you use the shade Utopia and the shade Supernova Karma. So there's some really good neutrals in here, but there are just, the shimmers are what draw me into her palettes. Like, let me swatch the shade Ultraviolet for you. Now again, it looks kind of like a plain lavender shimmer in the palette, but when you swatch this, it just has this really unique, almost gray shift to it. And it's so beautiful. Like, I can sit there and look at that all day long. And those are the colors that inspire me the most. I mean, I love the new nudes because I know I can pull out a look that is an everyday look all the time. But the Mercury in Retrograde really has so many colors that inspire me to play with makeup more. Like the shade Nebula, look at that. It's like a silver lavendery, look at that. I mean, you just don't get any better than that. So stunning. And that's how I feel about pretty much all of the colors in this palette. Like the Galaxy shade. Look, I mean, isn't that just gorgeous? her shimmers, now pressed glitters, if you don't like pressed glitters, that's one thing, and there really aren't any pressed glitters in the Mercury retrograde. They look like they could be, but they're not. But the shimmers just have that nice, really wet, glittery, reflective look to them, what you want from a shimmer. And that's part of the reason why I do love this brand, but that's why the Mercury retrograde is my favorite Huda Beauty palette. I just think that the color story is so unique compared to, I mean, because if you look at the other ones, a lot of them are very neutral, maybe with a little bit of purple in it. The Gemstone palettes are gorgeous, but I didn't purchase all of those because I purchased the green one, which I love, and then ColourPop started cutting me out with their monochromatic palettes, and I was like, $27, $12. Which one I'm gonna choose? I chose the ColourPop, which I have the whole line of the monochromatics except for the new mint one that just came out yesterday, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick that one up because to me there wasn't a whole lot of uniqueness to it. To kind of give you a heads up, now I am still working on ranking my ColourPop palettes. This one was a little bit easier because I only have 7. ColourPop is a whole lot different because I have so many, and I'm still kind of testing out, and some of them I haven't used in a long time. So I want to get some use out of it before I rank those. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to check me out on all my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. But I guess that's it. So we will see y'all on Monday. Bye.